Hello everyone, welcome to the Old Man and the Read. My name is Jerry. For several months now I've been keep thinking about shutting down my booktube channel. My problem is I don't think I'm very good at this, and most of the books I talk about I read many years ago, and so I have to continually just go through the books, kind of skim them, sometimes almost rereading them just to remember what those books are about. And it's becoming a little more work than an old man like me wants to do. My problem is I keep coming up with one more writer I want to talk to or talk about. And it just keeps going like that. So the other day I went on and looked at my bookshelf just to look how many writers I think I would like to do videos of, and I came up with 64. So I think I might just go ahead and shut it down. So I have this today's review. I'm going to be talking about Barry Unsworth. And then I've got Leo Tolstoy and Anton Chekhov, who I've been going through and rereading their books, so I'll probably do that as my next video. Then I'm thinking of doing just a one about sci-fi books, my favorite sci-fi writers. It's one of those areas I really haven't talked much about on my channel. But I have read an awful lot of sci-fi over the years, so I'll probably do that. And then I'm thinking maybe I'll close out with the best books I've read, 20 or 25, whatever it is. So anyway, today I'm going to talk about Barry Unsworth. He's an English writer. He was born in 1930 and died in the year 2012. So I'll show you the books I've read by him. The first book I have is Pascali's Island. This was published in 1980, and I think this might be my favorite book of Unsworth's. But this follows Basil Pascali, and he's been on a small Greek island for about 20 years now. He's a spy for the Ottoman Empire. He's been sending regular reports back to his superiors, but he's never heard back from them. It's just basically silence. But now he thinks he's been discovered as a spy, and so he writes directly to the emperor and to tell him that this will be his last report. Then he actually encounters a really mysterious American, and the story really continues from there. The next book is The Rage of the Vulture, published in 1982, and this takes place in the year 1908. It follows Robert Markham. He's in the British military and is in Constantinople. The first part of the book is basically about his troubled marriage and a sexual affair he's in. Markham had been there like 12 years previously, and he had been engaged to an Armenian woman, but he's having memories of how she had been raped and murdered in front of him during a massacre that the Armenians Armenians by the Kurds. And then the second half of the book is basically about him trying to deal with that whole situation. Next book I read is Sugar and Rum by published in 1988, and this is a story that follows a writer named Benson, and he's writing a book on the slave trade, but he's having writer's block. this wasn't Unsworth's best book. I thought the most entertaining part was when Benson is teaching a class on creative writing, and he's reading some of the students' work. Next book is Sacred Hunger, published in 1992. And this is a story based on a slave ship. It has two main characters. One of them is the villainous son of the ship's owner, and the other is the ship's surgeon. But the story is basically chronicling the brutal treatment of the slaves on the ship. Next book is Morality Play, published in 1995, and this is about a young priest who has he's on the run, and he ends up joining an acting troupe. The story is set in the 14th century, and the troupe finds itself entangled in a murder mystery. Next book is After Hannibal, published in 1996, and this follows an American couple and the Greens and a British couple, the Chapmans, and each couple has bought property in Italy, Tuscany, or Umbria, one of those areas, but they bought property and are going to fix up the houses as vacation homes. The Greens hire a building developer who in turn then hires a builder, but both of those men are corrupt, and the Greens end up losing just about all of their savings. The Chapmans, in the meantime, are having work done on the house, and the trucks carrying the material are going by a stone wall that collapses, and then the neighbors are demanding payment for that. The next book was really an entertaining one, Losing Nelson, published in 1999. And this follows Charles Cleasby. He's a man obsessed with Horatio Nelson. In fact, his whole existence seems to revolve around the memory of Nelson. He reenacts battles on a table he has set up using models that he's collected over the years. He's writing a book about Nelson, and he employs a woman he calls Miss Lily to transcribe and type for him. But over a period of time, she begins questioning the greatness of Nelson and Cleasby's obsession with him. The next book is Songs of the King, published in 2002. And this is basically a retelling of Troy and King Agamemnon's sacrifice of his daughter Phrygia. And the last book I have by Unsworth is Land of Marvels, published in 2009. And this is basically a story just really full of intrigue. The main protagonist is an archaeologist, and he's made a discovery at a site in Mesopotamia. However, this site is in a direct line with a railroad line that the Germans are building. This is leading up to World War I. Then you combine with that the corporate interests in the oil that sit around in that area, and the competition that between nations to gain influence over the region, and then you throw in a couple of archaeologists who are looking for the Garden of Eden, and you've got yourself a pretty good story. But anyway, those are the books I've read by Barry Unsworth. Just an incredibly good writer, and wrote some really entertaining books. So I want to thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Bye.